When you're ready, tug 2, stern to port, half power. Tug 1, easy at a 90, stem to starboard.
This is the turning basin coming up here?
That's correct, Captain. We'll be turning between the end of that jetty and the pier on that side.
So on this simulation run, what we did is we took a container vessel and we started them just inside of the Bay Bridge. It took them into Oakland Inner Harbor and turned them, and that's a typical iteration for a vessel coming in from sea.
Okay.
The margin of error has gotten smaller because of the size of the vessel and the constraints of the channel. The whole West Coast is looking at larger vessels, and most major ports are looking at larger vessels, mainly larger container vessels. So what we're doing is trying to determine what size vessels our port can handle. Our main container port in the Bay Area is Oakland. So we're up here running simulations. The vessels that we're currently doing, we're bringing into the Port of Oakland, they're 1,204 feet long, and so we're trying to determine whether or not we can do anything larger than that, up to about 1,300 feet long.
Port of Oakland is from the West Coast, is the second largest port, taking the southern ports together. Long Beach and LA were the second largest on the West Coast. And in general, it's one of the major gateways of freight entering the United States from abroad and exiting the U.S. Bar pilots are the professionals that know these waters off the coast. The San Francisco Bay Area has its levels of challenges, just nature itself, right? The wind, the currents and things. So you need really this expertise that these bar pilots bring to the table.
Well, the bar pilot is the local expert. We actually service vessels, we board them 11 miles out at sea, and we take them across the San Francisco bar. That's why we're called bar pilots. Other pilot groups use the term harbor pilot, but we board at sea and bring them in across the bar and then safely to the berth.
The visibility that you have on a larger ship tends to be reduced because just the nature of these ships are so large. I mean, if they can be 3 to 4 football fields long in length.
The larger container vessels, the challenge is that the channels and the infrastructure, as far as from the water edge out, really hasn't changed that much. I mean, eventually the ships are going to get too large for different ports, and that's already happened in other ports. We have been able to adjust. The Port of Oakland has made improvements over the years.
We do expect the size of the ships to continue to grow. This could be, very soon. It could be, 2 to 3 years down the road. But it is something that we constantly are focused on and planning for, because the ships are being built and we need to be able to handle them when they come to the port.